President of the Soweto Parliament and South African activist Nhlanhla Lux has urged the African youth to show unwavering solidarity to Ethiopia's neo-colonial struggle. The South African political activist is in Ethiopia to show his country's solidarity to Ethiopians who are resisting the meddling of some Western powers in the affairs of the nation and to reinforce the no more movement. According to him, Africa has realized well that any external pressure on Ethiopia defies the sovereignty of the continent.
We as young people of the continent, we are saying that we are living in a time where the young people of Africa have to wake up. We have to wake up and fight for our respective countries, because if we all fight for our countries, it's pieces of the puzzle. It all comes together. That means we've got a solid continent. We can't fight in isolation. We have to fight together, but it must start in your country. So the young people of Ethiopia, the message that we are bringing from the south of this continent, from South Africa, we are saying that the time for you to stand up is now. There's no other time better than now. You stand up, you fight to protect this country called Ethiopia against internal and external forces that are trying to take over this country. We know who the external forces are. So for the sake of intelligence, I want the young people of Ethiopia to come together, to rise. We will join you as the young people of the continent.
The new colonial power have been threatening Ethiopia because a symbol of freedom. However, the activists stress that these same Western countries could be dangerous for the entire Africa. The African youth, alongside the Ethiopians' brothers and sisters, must come together and fight for free and strong Africa, Lux underscored.
Ethiopia is the last country in the continent that's not colonized. Now, if you let Ethiopia get colonized, that means the whole continent will have a second wave of being colonized. And young people like myself in the continent are not going to allow that.
Appreciating the Ethiopian diaspora and other African friends for globally exposing the ill-intended approach of the West against the integrity of Ethiopia, Lux noted that the movement has now been transformed into practice. The activist said that he came to Ethiopia to assess the situation that will enable the African youth to pragmatically put their legacy in this modern new colonial attempt beyond Ethiopia.
Look, it's not words. I am here. That shows commitment. We are saying to the rest of Africa, you're not going to tweet and put things on Facebook. That's not good enough. To hold a sign and say no more, that's not good enough. We need to come here. The problem is here. We need to come here and confront these people that are trying to overtake this country. We need to confront them, because the ripple effect is that young people are also getting fear in their heads and they're running away from the country. We're not going to have that.
Lux underlined that Africans, particularly the youth from north to south and east to west, have to stand together to fight against all external forces.
The message is loud and clear. Ethiopians or any other country in the continent with a problem, the people of that country must stand up and fight. But they must do that knowing that they've got backup from the rest of the continent. And this is a new culture. We need to back each other up. And that comes with respect. We have to respect each other and work with each other so much that we know that if we have a problem, we've got the entire continent that will come and back us up. And we're going to start with Ethiopia. Whatever the forces from the West that are coming into this country, they must know they're not only fighting Ethiopia, they're fighting the whole continent, because the whole continent is here standing for Ethiopia, standing for Abiy.
The activist further stated that the young people in his country, South Africa, are ready to stand together with Ethiopia, even to the extent of giving their precious lives.
For the sake of intelligence, I want the young people of Ethiopia to come together, to rise. We will join you as the young people of the continent, but we can't fight this fight for you. We must fight it together, because it doesn't make sense if we come here and fight for you. Imagine you've got a young person from the south of Africa who is prepared to die in defense of Ethiopia. Because the last thing we want to do is to see Ethiopia, young people from Ethiopia running away. We heard a few weeks ago and a few months ago on international media saying, no, the people in Ethiopia must run away. There are problems in Ethiopia. Where must the people of Ethiopia run away to? Which country? Where must the young people of Ethiopia run away to? So there's no running away from anything. If Ethiopia has a problem, and I must say this on record, we've been everywhere on the ground. I was playing with little kids on the roads. We're in different parks. Ethiopia is as normal as any other country that I've been to. There's no threat that I've personally come across. So we are not here to listen to international or local media or narratives.